Here tonight are actual questions written to pastors from children across the world.
Dear Pastor, I know God loves everybody, but he never met my sister. Yours sincerely, Arnold.
Dear Pastor, please say in your sermon that Peter Peterson has been a good boy all week. I am Peter Peterson. Sincerely, Pete.
Dear Pastor, my father should be a minister. Every day he gives us a sermon about something. Robert Anderson.
Dear Pastor, I'm sorry I can't leave more money in the plate, but my father didn't give me a raise in my allowance. Could you have a sermon about a raise in my allowance? Love, Pat.
Dear Pastor, my mother is very religious. She goes to play bingo at church every week even if she has a cold. Yours truly, Annette.
Dear Pastor, I would like to go to heaven someday because I know my brother won't be there. Stephen.
Dear Pastor, I think a lot more people would come to your church if you moved it to Disneyland. Lorraine.
Dear Pastor, I liked your sermon where you said that good health is more important than money, but I still want a raise in my allowance. Sincerely, Eleanor.
Dear Pastor, please pray for all the airline pilots. I am flying to California tomorrow. Lori.
Dear Pastor, I hope to go to heaven someday but later than sooner. Love, Ellen.
Dear Pastor, please say a prayer for our little league team. We need God's help for a new pitcher. Thank you. Alexander.
Dear Pastor, my father says I should learn the 10 Commandments. But I don't think I want to because we have enough rules already in my house. Joshua.
Dear Pastor, who does God pray to? Is there a God for God? Sincerely, Christopher.
Dear Pastor, are there any devils on earth? I think there may be one in my class. Carla.
Dear Pastor, I liked your sermon on Sunday. Especially when it was finished. Ralph.
Dear Pastor, how does God know the good people from the bad people? Do you tell him or does he read about it in the newspapers? Sincerely, Marie.
This concludes our show tonight. Letters to Pastor